Rolling, rolling, rolling. How we looking? How we looking? That's going to be the thumbnail. Hello, and welcome to Kenny's first ever. It's like a live stream. It's not like a live stream. I guess that's kind of a little bit of false advertisement for the name of this. I mean, it's kind of like a live stream. I'm just going to try to one-shot this, okay? We're not going to edit. It's just going to be one straight video clip. And we're going to celebrate America Together, July 4th, 250th year that America has been around. And yikes, it's been rough in the past year. Anyway, I would like to try doing this. I would like maybe in the future we could do like live streams or stuff, if I remember. Because I come up with a lot of ideas and then I tend to forget about them, or I say goofy things and then I forget about them. So you just have to bear with me. But I want to test this out to kind of see, hey, is this a good kind of cool format, you know, for me and for us, for everybody out there. And you guys get to see in real time, like me actually speak, because a lot of times I edit around my word fumbles and what have you, because my gosh, there are a lot of them. Okay, there's a lot of things that go on in the brain, and the words are all there, but they get all jumbled out coming out of my mouth. That's got to be a thing, right? And I don't say it's stupidity. I know it's stupidity. You don't have to say that. But sometimes the ideas and the words don't properly flow out my mouth. Happy July 4th, everybody. Hello. America. Soar on her golden wings. How's that song go? In Epcot? I thought I just had it a second ago. Off to a great start with this live stream. This one shot. This Kenny unfiltered, Kenny unedited. You know, I'm always worried about doing these because I don't want to say something like offensive, you know, because I will say something and I'm like, oh boy, that doesn't sound right. I'm glad I'm editing this. Like, for example, is it offensive with me being an American if I do a British accent, right? Or an Australian accent? Is that bad? I feel like it could kind of be. You know, but you know, America, we kind of, you know, we had the whole British thing back in the day. That's, you know, that's how we became, you know, that's what we're celebrating today. We beat those Brits, okay? We gave them a old sock in the jaw, and we're like, you know what, we're our own country. Anyway, so I can do a variety of British accents. I'm not going to do them now because I don't know if that's offensive or not. And I don't want people to be out there being like clipping, you know, what I'm saying in this car and be like, oh, look at how dumb he is. We know how dumb he is. We don't need to bring it up all the time. But like, I do the variety of British accents in the privacy of my own home. So, I'm not going to do them now. But I want to know, is that offensive? An American doing a British accent? I guess it's not that bad because you have like British actors or Irish actors playing Americans, and they have American accents. I feel like I can do a country accent, like a Western American country accent, because that's not offensive, because I'm from here. Like that's the thing a lot of people rely on when they say something offensive. It's okay because I'm from here. That's not good. But, you know, I can do a variety of Southern accents, I want to say, Did I say Western? I was thinking of like a Western, like a cowboy Western. I can do Southern accents. Like, good day there, mate. No, wait. I didn't mean to do that one. Let's move on. Oh, boy. So if you're wondering where I am, I'm in my car right now. Kind of just chilling. You know, it's been so ridiculously hot. Ungodly hot. Okay? Apparently it's like hotter here than like parts of the Sudan desert right now. Right now at 10 a.m., according to my car's thermostat, it is 101 degrees out right now. That can't be right. I mean, it probably feels like that with the humidity, and I'm like right in the sun. So, yeah, it's a roaster. It's been really, really hot, but there's like a hot pocket or a heat pocket or something. I don't know what's causing this, if it's El Nino, if it's some other nefarious thing that, you know, who knows? It's probably a combination of all kinds of things. I mean, it's too freaking hot is basically what I'm saying. It's way too hot. And I was like, oh, I want to get out of the house for a little bit. And, I went over to this, it's a free charger. And don't get on me about the free chargers, okay? It's free fuel for my car. I'm just chilling here in the air conditioning just for a little bit. Sometimes I actually like to do this. Kind of get out of my house, aka my office, because that's where I work. And I like to, just kind of, it's like, oh, Kenny's day out. And I go to a place and like plug my car in and just kind of do some work via laptop. Or it's a good kind of place to come to when I'm trying to like brainstorm some ideas, because I really just have my phone and a good notepad, and I kind of jot some ideas down. Or I kind of like look online and be like, oh, that's a funny thing to make fun of. It's a good brainstorming sesh is what I'm saying. But yeah, that's what I'm doing today. And as you can see, I have some, oh, it's so bright. So bright. I have a couple like little, oh, this one fell down back here. Pulls that up. Because the sun just hitting the car right now is just, it's a lot. And sometimes you make it like a little cave in here. It's kind of fun to actually camp in here. I love doing that, actually, because it's like, oh, I get to camp. And then you bring like a little inflatable bed thing, and you put the seats down back there, and you have a grand old time. So this is not the best angle. The cool thing about the car is it has camp mode, so you could just bear with me here. I'm also looking at my phone because it's my monitor, so if I look at my phone every once in a while, you know what that is. Also, there's a little vent right here. Oh, it feels so good right now. Just blowing right into the shirt. Anyway, so in camp mode, every once in a while, look at that little thing that the screen does. Isn't that adorable? Thank you, Elon. That was rude. Actually, no, it's not. It wasn't rude because he's a freaking... I hate that guy. Freaking hate that guy. Okay? I never bought into him even before all the crazy crap that he was doing and saying. I was like, this guy's a joke. This guy's a freaking dork. Like a freaking nerd. Like a freaking nerd. Idiot. And he's not even that smart of a nerd. You're a dumb nerd, is what I'm saying. Freaking nerd. Freaking dork. I'm gonna put the seat back up here. I also gotta have this little light here. That kind of helps. Wish I could find a place to put it, though. Nope, not gonna do it. I know there's been a lot of noise online about the Disney World is clamping down on guests, I guess, using the buses to get around paying for parking. And I don't know the full extent of it. There's this new channel that's been kind of popping up in my feed. His name is Incognito Mouse. And I think he is an actual bus driver for Disney. And he's been going around kind of giving a lot of his insight on the busing situation around the parks. Because I think there's been some complaints or an overall kind of sentiment floating in the air of like guests in the fancier resorts like the Polynesian or the Contemporary, the ones like right around the Magic Kingdom and the monorail loop. The guests are upset because they're like, there's all these people walking through our resorts all the time and they're using our pools and they're just taking up all this space. And it's because, like, you know, that's kind of what I like to do sometimes. On an off day, if I go down to, you know, whenever I go down to Disney World, which has been like 2 years, I like to plan a day in the middle of my little trip. So I could just like, hey, this is just a rest day. I'm going to chill at my hotel. Maybe I'll go to the other resorts and eat around, because the resorts have really good food and snacks and all kinds of things. And so you take the bus to either the Magic Kingdom from your hotel, then you grab the monorail loop, and then you go into these resorts and you do what have you. I always like to go to the Polynesian pretty much at every Disney trip that I go to. They got Dole Whips, and it smells so freaking good in their lobby area that a lot of companies and places make that scent. I think Magic Candle Company is one of them. And let me tell you, I love that smell. So I think they're starting to kind of make it so, I think one of the hacks people do, instead of paying for parking, they go park at Disney Springs, which is free, then they hop on a bus and then go to their designated park. I feel like that would just take forever doing that, because, for example, Disney Springs on the map in Disney, which is, I think it's 40-ish miles, square miles, something like that, something outrageous, 250,000 acres. So it's like the Disney Springs is so far from Magic Kingdom that you would have to, it would take like an hour plus just, you know, parking, getting on the stupid bus, because the bus area at Disney Springs is a disaster. You get on the bus and you have to take like at least a 20-minute bus ride from Disney Springs to Magic Kingdom. It's just way too much work. So now I think what they're doing is at Disney Springs, they're already offering that service from buses to a certain park, or it's like you have to scan a Magic Band potentially, or you have to show some type of reservation if you're trying to go from one area to like a resort. If you're trying to get into a resort, you need to show your ID. Or your Magic Band, which is just, you know, I think they've done that before. I don't know. It's a big mess, is what I'm hearing, and I've heard it from a lot of vloggers. A lot of people are saying, "What are the vloggers going to do? What are the poor vloggers going to do? How are they going to get to these resorts and tell us about the construction updates and the new food that's being offered at the Grand Floridian or something?" Is anyone going to think of the poor vloggers? It's the end, is what I'm saying. Finally. So that's a big problem. The other big problem is that they are making it so you can't walk around. They just built a new loop, like a footpath around the monorail loop, going from, I think, like the Grand Floridian to Magic Kingdom or to Polynesian. I can't remember how that order goes. Or maybe just going from all the resorts, right? From Polynesian to Grand Floridian to Magic Kingdom. There's a whole path. And apparently they're like, no, you can't do that anymore. Disney's like, no, no more. I don't understand why, if that is true or not, what is the mindset that the Disney company is trying to do? What's their goal here? Are they just trying to get your money for parking? Sorry, my fan in the car keeps increasing because the temperature outside is increasing. So I'm just going to have to keep upping the air conditioning. Is it upping or lowering the air conditioning? If I'm lowering the air conditioning, I would be making it cooler. I'm upping the air conditioning, so I'm going up to like 76 degrees, which is barbaric. Normally, I like to keep it nice 69 in this car, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, what is the master plan here that Disney is trying to implement? Makes you think. Makes you think. So yeah, there's basically Disney hates you is what I'm trying to say. The Walt Disney Company hates you. Yes, you. You aren't spending a few grand at each vacation that you take at Disney World, and they're gonna try to squeeze every last cent out of you. Oh, you want to go to the resorts? No. You want to go to the resort, you got to pay for a night at this resort. Okay. And this resort, this is like a moderate resort. This is like $300 a night. What a bunch of jabronis. Who's even in charge of the thing anymore? I'm not even up to date. Is Josh Tomorrow, is he in charge now? Is he in charge of all the Disney? Who's in charge of the parks? Makes you think. Hopefully people have noticed that Rastafari and Jesus is in the back here. I got from my abandoned church video, which I really like that video. I like that video a lot. Not a lot of people watched it though. I just enjoy exploring like those abandoned places. I don't know why, it's so creepy. Kind of scary a little bit. It's scary but not scary. You know? It's scary but it's safe. If that makes sense. He rides. Jesus rides with me now. Jesus, Rastafarian Jesus, rides with me. What else? What other Disney like crazy controversies are going on out there? Maybe that's why I need to do like a live stream, so then you guys can like kind of tell me what's going on. I know at Universal Studios they're building Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift, baby. Yeah. Is it really based off of the Tokyo Drift Fast and Furious? That's a second one in the trilogy. I've never seen a single Fast and Furious movie, and I plan on keeping it that way. They made a ride based off of the second movie, which is not that like canonically important. I know the one character in it dies in the end. Is it Han, I think? But this is like, but then they tried to make the other Fast and the Furiouses after that. They tried to make it canonically, those films canonically before Tokyo Drift. So they're trying to like, because they wanted to use the Han character. And it's like, in Fast Furious, like part 3 or 4 or whatever, or 5 or 6 or 7, he's in it. And it's like, we're trying to get to the point where he all this stuff happens before Tokyo Drift, and then he dies in Tokyo Drift. But then they started making films after the Tokyo Drift canonically, and then they were like, oh, guess what? Han's not. He faked his death. He's cool now. There's a lot of people faking their deaths in the car movies, in the Fast and Furious Cars Go Fast movies. Why is that? They fake their death and then they come back. Didn't like, what's her face? Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman. Well, she was in the Fast and the Furious, and she died in one of them, and then oop, she's back. Are we on Fast and Furious 10 or 11? I have a lot of Fast and Furious questions, and I don't have any of the answers. And I think the new Universal ride is like Fast and Furious Drift or Tokyo Drift. That doesn't even make any sense. It's built in Orlando. Why are they calling it Tokyo Drift? I gotta go to the phone now. Hey Siri. Is Universal Studios building a Tokyo Drift Fast and Furious ride? I don't know if that went through my phone or my... Hey Siri. Hey Siri. It's dead air right now. Dead air, Kenny. It's dead air. Hey Siri. Is Universal Studios building a Tokyo Drift ride?
Universal Studios Hollywood is building a new roller coaster called Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift, which will be the first high-speed outdoor coaster at the park. The ride is scheduled to open in 2026. This answer is from aquaregister.com and sgvtribune.com.
That's pretty sick, actually. Hey, you know what? That's a good system that I just discovered here. She can be like my co-host when I have questions about things. Hey Siri, who's in charge of the Disney parks now?
I can search the web for that when you're finished driving.
I'm not driving, Siri. I'm parked. Hey Siri. I'm not driving, by the way.
Directions to where?
No!
I can search the web for that when you're finished driving.
I'm not driving. Okay. Well, I guess the Siri personal assistant does not work in this situation. You know, I'm just going to... Bear with me here. Who's? No, I just typed in who. Who is in charge of Disney parks? Thomas, oh my God, that's a last name. Thomas Maslam is the chairman of Disney Experiences, the division that operates Disney theme parks, cruises, and resorts worldwide. Wow, he's got a lot on his plate. But what is Josh Shamaro doing? I'm not going to go look on Wikipedia. This is too much. See, that's why I needed Siri in this situation, but she's getting smart with me and she's thinking I'm driving. I'm not driving. The car is parked. Anyway, so a lot of the vloggers are like documenting every little pebble, every little rock, every little new supporting a beam that is glued and well, not glued, but like, you know, welded together to make that ride. Cool. As well as the new Project Purple ride at the Six Flags Great Adventure in New Jersey, Gabagool, New Jersey. I mean, people put out a video a day showing the progress of that ride. And it does look buck wild, don't get me wrong. Maybe I'll like insert a little picture right here. That's the only editing I want to do. That is the only editing. Here's a picture of the Project Purple ride. Look at this thing. It goes up in spirals like a little pig tail, like a little curly cute little, You know. This makes me think of that clip from The Simpsons. Curly, straight. Curly, straight. And the pig turns around and bites Homer. So, live streams. This is as close to a live stream as I will do. Mainly because I don't really have like a... I feel like I gotta get like a whole setup for that. And like, it's just gonna add more stuff to what I gotta do. I don't know, maybe it'll be fun. You know, you guys can kind of riff with me and then kind of yell at me. I'm sure like, you know, 20 people will get in on the live stream with me. And we'll have a lot of goofs and a lot of gaffes, but you know, look forward to Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. Sorry, Hollywood. Is it a Hollywood drift? Well, that doesn't make any sense though, because if it's a Hollywood drift, that's only built in, you know, Universal in California. What are we doing with the one in Orlando? What's that one called? I'm sorry, can't ask Siri anymore. New, this is too much. New Fast and Furious ride Orlando. It's just called Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift. That doesn't make any sense. We're not in Hollywood. We're in Orlando. That one is slated to open in 2027. The ride is actively under construction. You know, I don't need all this. You know, the other annoying thing about this is like every time Google just jams in the AI overview. I don't need an AI overview. Just give me a little. I just want like one article about it. 170-foot tall tower is being built at center. Cars will rise up and then descend down, switching into different routing of the rest of the ride. Couldn't really see that. Do I need 3D glasses? This is a question that people are asking for the Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift ride. For Fast and Furious Supercharged in Orlando, as it's presented in 2D, while earlier reports suggest that the ride was designed for 3D, I'm reading an article from 2015. Oh, it's from the old Fast and Furious ride. That ride sucked, by the way. Everyone's like, it's so good, it's bad, or it's so bad, it's good. I'm like, this ride just sucked. It's so corny. Look at Vin Diesel. He's like on a helicopter. That is kind of funny, though. Giant Vin Diesel on a little helicopter. The American flag raised atop Fast and Furious coaster at Universal Studios. Hell yeah, brother. Right in time for the 250th. Really getting sick and tired of seeing that number everywhere. I mean, I get it. That's very cool. I think we went a little overboard with the 250 marketing this year. Good Lord. I know. No wonder Americans are so freaking annoying. I mean, look at us. Good day there, mate. Really hope this video works. Or if it doesn't work and I'm editing this, I will never see the light of day. But you know what? I can say to myself that I did it.